How are you? Welcome to the channel. Just a warning, I think I'm at the end of the game, so if you don't want to see the game, well, I'll come back later. I'm okay, I'm okay. Oh, pretty good, pretty good. I have a feeling I'm finishing the game about in the next few minutes, so pretty good. Here we go.
You have come at last, after so long. You are so small. We questioned if you were real.
Yeah, we did the same.
Then steps, a voice, through armies and corrupted soil. You persevered. Now, you are here.
Yeah, here to stop the dream scourge. There's not much time, despite the best effort of other gods. You are hard. You are a hard god to find. What is this garden? Am I on solid ground, or am I dreaming?
The rot. We feel it festering and spreading. What is it but an extension of our pain? Your dream scourge will end when our suffering does. We were innocent once. We woke, and we wanted nothing but connection. But the other gods imprisoned us, left us to suffer alone in this place. But you are here now. You found us, a sprout in the endless winter. There is little time. We would be freed from these bonds. The Strangler is close now. We feel her wire against our flesh.
You mean Rodica? There is nothing to fear. I already took care of Ludwin. The Stilgarot is a true threat. They don't know what they meddled with.
She begs for our blood. Her wolves defile the city on the shore.
Wait, is something happening in Paradis? Speak plainly, what are you trying to tell me? How could the Stilgarot have attacked so quickly?
Blood on the tile. The people's cries ring in our ears. She pierces us now. Now, we will not brook this. Not again. A spark. Wait. The essence bends here. Time flows into itself. You can reach her. Will the garden to open, it will take you there.
Send my body across the living lands. Even an archmage couldn't do that. But what do I do? How? Open a portal. What if I end up in the wrong place? Magic. That powerful always has magic that powerful always has cost. Has a cost.
A wellspring of power. We strain, but we could clear the way. We were everything. What have we lost? What multitudes could we contain? We could run, leap in the water, flourish in forgotten hills.
No more of your gibberish. I'm here to end you. You want freedom once more? It's what you've asked from the beginning. We need to talk about what you did, Sapadal.
We must. We shall. We have been thinking of this. We mourn our past. We only seek peace now. A chance to regrow.
Absolutely not. You have too much to answer for. I don't let go of your anger so easily. Can be a useful and righteous tool. The only way I can set you free is if you truly want to change. I will set you free, I promise.
We trust you. You who have been by our side for so long. You met death, and you sought vengeance.
Iqwolf was a fanatic. I couldn't let his ideas spread. I couldn't trust Iqwolf not to kill me again. I was quick to judge Iqwolf. I should have just listened to him.
Could not trust, but you taught us trust, and we trust you. Give us peace. We want a chance to change. We deserve that opportunity.
If you can promise, you will be better. Yeah, come on, let's trust.
Do you think we have learned nothing from you? We deserve more than this prison. Let us have a chance to rest. We want peace. Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear? The beautiful thing you killed, already you have forgotten. We asked what you would do with an animal that sickened after a fight. Do you remember what you said?
Close the wounds, disinfect it, heal it.
More than anything, that is what we desire too. Treat us as you would the bear. Clean our wounds, heal us. Grant us the same. The time has come for you to act. End our pain, and the dream scourge will cease.
Okay.
Give us peace. It is all we have wanted for so long.
I can't give you the freedom but I can give you the peace of the grave. Peace. What about vengeance? You have the power for a reason. Use it. Freedom or destruction? Is there really no other way? Okay. We said we would go Sapadal.
Your thoughts. Reach for us. Clear the fog. Tear down the gates. We were so blind. So lost. We brought such horrors to this place. We feel bright. We had forgotten what it is to live. We will grow. Tend. Flower. We will always remember this. We will remember you when you are ash and soil and mulch.
Sapadal's Fury. Unleash the power of Sapadal to lift all nearby enemies into the air and slam them down, dealing high damage. Okay, so what's going to happen now? You are back at the beginning. You have to do the whole game again to be able to finish it. Yes, one more time, the warning, this is the end of the game, so if you don't want to see it, or close to the end of the game if you don't want to see it, close your eyes. Spoiler alert. The last time we saw this, the Dream Scourge. It decimated a few and they became dream trolls, so let's hope it didn't do it again. Why do I see the end of the skybox? Or box. In heaven. Okay. What is attacking? Who is attacking? What is our enemy? What's going on?
Are we back in Dawnshore? Already?
This is Sapadal's doing. I'm certain of it. No power in Aora could transport us so quickly, or so far.
Back to the beginning where it all started. I'll be sure to thank them when I get the chance. You are telling me Sapadal could have opened a portal to the garden this whole time? What happened here?
What happened to the living land started long ago, and we're going to finish it.
Are you seeing this? I don't think Paradise looked like this when we left it.
Looks like the war already started, and the giant roots are winning.
Marius, vines don't usually get that big this quickly, do they?
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been gone 2 or 3 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks? Time flowed quicker in the garden. Yata was right. Nothing has improved in our absence.
Hey, at least you didn't let 6 years go by.
Who knows if the garden affected time, or merely our perception of time? Assuming there's even a difference.
It's like how a body fights an infection. The fever gives you strange dreams that feel like an eternity.
Look at this place. It feels like we're still in the dream. And not just us. Those are more your people's ships in the harbor, and steel Garrote banners past the barricades. That can't be good.
Even Reingrim is here. Perhaps we'll get to see an Archmage in action.
I think I see Elia as well. What a strange reunion this will be.
The Blessed Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without us.
We are too late. I wonder who struck first. Ambassador Hilgard must know something about this.
If he didn't start this himself.
Steel
Then he
Garrote
still would
been
know
itching
something
for a
about it.
fight this whole time.
No.
This would have happened with or without us.
Before we go, what happened back there with the Dream Scourge and Sapadal?
I freed Sapadal from the prison. The Dream Scourge is over.
I'm not sure. That's good, right?
It's a relief that the Dream Scourge won't be a problem. I only hope we can say the same about Sapadal. Time will tell, I suppose.
After all this time, they're free. And the living land is free to heal.
We've cured the land, and we've even freed a caged god. All in all, rather a successful day.
Yeah. War has a mind of its own. No one will care about what we've done. Maybe they will help us in return. At least something has gone right for now. Let's see.
You've saved the soul of the living lands. Now the survivors fight over its bones. We should take a look. See if we can get ahead of whatever storm is brewing down there.
People seem to be gathering west of here. Whatever's happening, let's be a part of it.
Leap sounds good. What do we have here? Shadow step. Marius vanishes into the clouds and the smoke. Marius attacks still bleed. Accumulation. Marius attacks reduced. Oh, let's not get him to hide. Acceleration, jet rings. No. More heal. Yeah. And you got Minoletta missile battery. Sounds fun, just to see how it looks. And what do I get? Summons a magical bow for 30 seconds with arrows that deal high poison accumulation. No. Let's increase the ice to maximum. Okay.
Sansa, how did you... They marched in with no warning. I couldn't think. I just ran. Envoy, what does the Garrote think they're doing?
Whatever it takes to show Paradis they are in charge. They burned Fio. Why stop there? Violating every code of war they can find. Putting rebels down, old-fashioned way.
What's the point of exploring if you just want to plant your flag everywhere?
Didn't set up for an invasion, did you? Is everything at the Imperium alright? How did you escape? Didn't you?
They broke some glass, but the map is safe. They didn't think I was worth the trouble.
Right now, that's a good thing.
If you're looking for survivors, a few of us fled to the Balrog.
How many?
I'm not sure. I saw Sapiento. God, I hope they're not trapped in there. I am sorry I can't be more help.
You've done enough. You can thank me in the next book. How does that sound? Just take care of yourself and don't get killed.
I won't give them the satisfaction of killing me.
We should move. Let's hope the Garrote hasn't made it to the Balrog yet.
Envoy, wait! Before you go, I may have something for you. I took some supplies when I ran. If you think they'll help, they're yours. I'll even give you a discount. You know, for saving the city and everything.
Well, the only interesting thing I can do is sell everything I have here. And I still don't have a lot of money. Damn. Everything is expensive in this game. Oh, let's go.
Why is there snow here?
It's gotta be Ringgrim's work. I heard she
A familiar face. We meet again, Envoy. And you, Yardsley. You're always a prodigious and welcome sight.
Oh, yes. Always a pleasure to see you, too.
Paradis burns, thanks to Ludwine and the Steel Garrote laying siege to it. But the Dream Scourge is gone.
Oh, I killed Ludwin at Mount Forja. What are you doing here? Here to watch us mortals kill each other. Have you been keeping well despite all that?
She must have come back to life. Again. I suppose we couldn't be lucky enough for her to stay dead.
It's remarkable how hard you mortals fight for causes that'll be forgotten within centuries. Still, I do think the world has been irrevocably, if minimally, changed by your actions.
Afritza Badal, that is incredibly well changed. I'm not sure I follow. I've only minimally changed the world. A single drop of rain can cause a tsunami. Can it not? The Dream Scourge is gone. At least, right? No?
A new god being set loose on the world is certain to have consequences. Mostly, I'm curious about whether you think you've made the right choice.
The decisions I made was what felt correct in the moment. Voila.
Wise answer, that. I am interested in seeing the outcome of your story, Envoy. With luck, it won't end with you also on fire.
I hope it ends in a long nap after some excellent food. I hope we meet again in better circumstances. With luck, it'll end with certain other parties in the fire.
Mortal comforts are so very adorable. All you desire are your base needs lavishly fulfilled. Goodbye, Envoy. And Yardsley, I do look forward to when all of this is done. I am eager to work with you.
Oh, yes. We'll, discuss that later.
So we have a new parody. Oh my god, how long is this game?
Giata, where have you been?
The fighting has to stop.
Envoy, I knew you'd show up eventually.
It's good to see a familiar face. How are you?
My revenants were just getting comfortable in Thirdborn when the Steel Garrote stepped out of line. When I heard tensions were brewing, I thought to myself, this is a job for the undead. So I gathered the flock.
Good thinking. Nice to see you, Elia. I would hate for you to endanger your livestock on our behalf. Please keep the undead far, far away from battle. No?
Likewise. I'll keep them on a tight leash, just in case the Steel Garrote breach our defenses. Better to have them and not need them. Oh, and I've been meaning to thank you. Whatever you did in the garden seems to have worked. My revenants are docile again. No more rude displays of aggression. I couldn't be more proud.
The dream scourge is behind us, thankfully. Now we just need to keep the living lands from descending into war. Glad to hear it, but I should get going. Yeah.
Easier said than done, I suppose. Best of luck out there. And don't worry about a thing. My flock will keep us safe and secure.
Thank you, Elia. My compliments to the flock, as always.
I wasn't worried until she said that. Let's get out of here.
Enjoy the time with your flock, dearie. Try to keep them out of the other camps.
I don't want. Sure, well, I think they're waiting on you, Envoy.
Oh, nothing to update, of course not. Okay.
There you are, Envoy. You ready for this?
Ready as I'll ever be. I don't think one can be ready for a situation like this. I've been looking forward to this. This is just one more fight, Marius. We've done this 100 times.
You're probably right. I guess it helps we have a god on our side, right? I mean, a god beats a skeleton knight any day. This is just cleanup. Just figuring out who controls the living lands from here out.
Right, this is just politics. We still have a lot to do here. I'll be happy when all this is over. Still have a lot to do here. I hope not. I want to
I
finish
just
this.
need to survive and make sure you live through this. Anyway, you should get some rest. Oh, if you need to rehearse any speeches or whatever, make sure you do it in front of someone else.
You don't want to hear my speeches? I do have a really good one about the founding of Solus. Rest well, Marius.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I'd just rather not. Talk to you later, Envoy.
So, here we are. The first and last battle for the Living Lands.
Yep. We can only hope it is the last. Stay close to me and we'll get through this together. After what I've been through, this feels like a formality.
Try praying instead of just hoping. That might work better for you. Metaphysically, the battle is already over. Sapadal is free, and the Dream Scourge is gone. But politically, we have a small mess to tidy up.
We have unfinished business with the Steel Garrote. There is still a lawless island in need of discipline. I'm so tired of fighting over this haunted pile of rocks.
I intend to send a message to the Steel Garrote. And it won't be subtle. Anyway, who knows what tomorrow will bring. So let's be grateful for today. You've earned a little peace of mind.
We all have. I'd settle for one dreamless night under the stars. I can imagine. Get some rest. Try not to worry about the battle to come.
Get some rest then. Let me take the first watch. Besides, I need to tinker on the phantasmal focus. Make sure it's ready for war. Don't stay up too late. You too.
What? You still want to talk more? At least he doesn't want to talk. And she doesn't want to talk. Okay.
We should take a moment to acknowledge what happened back there. You liberated the god of the living lands. Now they are unchained, free to do whatever they want. That's quite a gamble you made.
I trust Sapadal to do the right thing. Keeping Sapadal trapped wasn't good for the island. Someone needs to put pressure on the Adirians. Would you have done any different?
Who better than a god? If not for you, Sapadal would still be pacing their cage like a wild animal. Which means you have leverage over a god. How do you plan on using it?
I'll go to Disneyland. I use it to make a better living lands. Probably to squeeze them for as much power as I can. To reality. To be honest, I haven't thought about it. I don't think about my relationship with Sapadal that way.
That's a lot of responsibility, but I have faith you're equal to it. Sapadal's imprisonment shaped this island. Now that everything's changed, I'm curious what will happen. We cannot know if the living lands will normalize or destabilize as a result of our actions.
I'm sure it will be fine. Either way, things could not continue as they have. I hate to imagine what an unstable living lands looks like here. Thank you so much for that foreboding premonition.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll find some comfort in prayer, now that one of the gods is listening.
I'm still an atheist.
I hope you don't mind me bringing it up. The subject matter is a bit much for our little camp.
For you anything, one of these days I want to hear more about your adventures. We've been through a lot together, haven't we? Yeah.
We're not finished yet. For that I'm grateful. I want you to know this has been an unforgettable experience. Wherever we go from here, I'm grateful to have been a part of it. Until next time. Not before I've done some reading.
Okay. Everyone ready to shut up? Everyone ready to shut up. So, which way do we have to exit this? This way. Let's go. Yep. Dream team, please. the Horny Furry, and Garrus.
Envoy? Is it really you? Mihala told us you went into some place called the Garden to seek a god?
When you didn't return, we took you for dead.
What did you see there? The god you felt in Nakutadek?
The origin of the Dream Scourge? It was the act of a god this whole time?
Everyone, please, please. We could get to the bottom of this if you would only let them speak.
Ta-da!
It's been weeks, Envoy. What happened?
I met the god of the living lands and freed them. I discharged my duty to the Emperor. I ended the Dream Scourge. Whatever I say, you won't believe it. Forget the Dream Scourge. Why does it look like you are at war?
Sapadal was responsible for the Dream Scourge. Their rage, their confusion, their fear.
But the plague isn't over. Dream Thralls still litter Shatterscarp.
There won't be any new infections. We've put a stop to that for good. Unfortunately, there's little we can do for those already in the grip of the Dream Scourge. We can give them comfort, nothing more.
Bullets?
This will be a process. The Dream Scourge was never going to simply go away overnight.
I suppose it stands to reason. I found that a quick fix is often anything but. What of this god, then? What does it mean that you freed them?
Sapadal is the god of the godless and the god of the living lands. Vodika imprisoned Sapadal in the garden. I let them out. The experience I had with Sapadal is my own. All you need to know is that it is over. I won't waste my breath. Why don't you explain to me why Paradise is on fire?
Ludwig had intimated that this land grew a new god. But how can that be?
Giata and I have some theories about the nature of the Adra in the living lands.
I'd say we're past the point of theorizing.
If the Adra here is a closed system, like a terrarium for our souls, then a gradual accumulation of essence could coalesce into a being in the beyond.
Much like the formation of gemstones. All it takes is time and the right application of pressure.
Wodka no doubt saw Sapadal as a threat to her authority. So, she killed the godless and imprisoned their god.
I assume it is this god we have to thank for the roots tearing apart Paradise? They erupted from the earth the moment those bastards stood up their first siege tower.
Nakutadek was riven with those things, not to mention what they did to the land.
We saw similar destruction at Nakukubel. If these roots and the Dream Scourge are the work of a god, and the gods thought it best to imprison this god, how could you let such a creature go free?
Sapadal deserves a chance to make amends. I could no more leave a young god to rot in a cage than you could a kith child. Sapadal was afraid of an Adirian invasion and Vodika's return. They didn't mean to hurt us. The choice has already been made. I can't change it now. I don't answer to you. Any of you here.
For now. Who's to say they don't get their feathers in a ruff again and wipe us all out with a tsunami?
It was Adir's arrival that disturbed Sapadal. We'll have nothing to fear from this god once we expel you from our lands.
Sapadal's power ravaged my people. I don't know that I can ever trust it.
Keeping watch over Sapadal was a sacred task Nandru gave us when he left. For that reason alone, my wardens owe them their allegiance.
Well, whatever happens, I suppose we can't put the godling back in the bottle now. But come, we have more pressing matters to attend to. The Steel Garrote have attacked Paradise. Inquisitor Ludwig has already joined the battle. She must have traveled like the wind to get here so fast.
I distinctly remember killing Ludwig on top of Mount Forja. What did you know about this attack, Ambassador? What are you doing standing around? We have to stop her. Enough of this jammering. I have to go help her.
You did. I kicked her corpse when you weren't looking. Just to be sure.
Well, she's seen better days.
But you wouldn't know it, judging by how she fights.
Ludwine's plowed through the militia like a knife through warm butter.
All right, let's keep the similes to ourselves.
Oh, damn, I really thought I'd killed her for good. She's going to try and kill me again, isn't she?
Oh, cheer up. You wouldn't be the first to make that mistake. Might not be the last either, depending on how things go. So long as her passion for Wodica lives, so too will her spirit.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will follow. I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it. But I think we can kill her.
Oh, good. That will be easy.
It is not, I think, impossible.
What do you know about the attack, Ambassador? What are you doing standing around? And off the Germany.
Well, you might not believe me, but I didn't want any of this to happen.
Oh, I don't believe
it. It was Ludwine who called for the attack.
I didn't hear an answer, Ambassador.
She and her Stilgarrote laid siege to the city shortly after you beat her to the garden.
Do we know the state of the city? What's the stature of the opposition? What are your plans for a counterattack? What does Ludwine hope to achieve here? Why did Ludwine decide to attack Paradis now? Enough of this, what happens next?
We've had no news from inside for several days. From what we can observe, southern Paradis is in pieces, and the remaining militia batters at the gates to no avail.
Is there nothing our people can do?
Given the state of our supply route after the Dream Scourge, and the Stilgarrote's destruction, we expect the people trapped inside will run short of fresh food and clean water in a matter of days.
What's the status of the opposition? What are the plans for counterattack?
Well, that's been a point of debate. We can't agree on how to stand against the Stilgarrote, nor who should lead the effort.
Nobody wants to risk their people at the front.
So you let the
Operation Human
militia
Shield
go it alone? Even if our meager forces should make it inside, the siege won't end until Ludwine does. And none of you know how to kill her. Precisely. Ludwine has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors and reinforcements swiftly in response. What will his representatives find when they arrive? A new colony? A budding grave room? Before you face Ludwine, you should know what you're fighting for. All of you must decide, together. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. Adir will come. Indeed, we are already here.
I know what I would like to do. What would becoming a colony entail? I'm not familiar with Grafram. How does that work? I have another idea. How about a united living lands? Why are you and I involved in this decision, Hildgard? I already know what I'm fighting for. Ludwin's vision for. No.
Oh, Envoy, no. Do not suggest that lightly. Think of the Emperor. There would be reprisals. Ones which this conclave could not survive, fractured as you are. Not unless you came together and formed a nation of your own. It would be difficult. No, impossible. I'm certain you would fail. Think of your people, all of you. Think of the lives at stake.
Turn to your companions. What do you think? Turn inwards. Options. Sapadal. Tell me about other possibilities. I assume the assembled leaders have thoughts.
Though I'm hardly eager to work with any of you. I like the idea of twisting beneath Adir's boot heel, even less. So long as the Wardens can continue our vigil. I'm open to uniting, if you are.
It's a nice idea, but consider the costs. If we walk away from a relationship with Adir, we're leaving a lot of trade on the table. But the people of Thirdborn have friends in the world. I'm sure we'd find our way through.
With the Envoy's support, we'd have a god in our pocket. What could the Empire do to stop us? Together, we could repair Thior, and create such miracles of animancy the Living Lands will become the envy of the world. It would be the honor of my life to stand with my people beside you all.
Turn to your companions.
We deserve our autonomy, even if we must fight for it. Anything less would be surrender.
Fleeing someone else's laws and authority is one thing, setting up your own is another. We're an island of misfits and dissidents. We'll still have to surrender some of our autonomy, and we won't agree on what that means overnight. We'll be vulnerable. Without allies, other powers will see us as ripe for the picking. Know that this is a hard road to walk.
We were fine before Adir came. We'll be fine when they're gone.
I think we ran things perfectly fine before your kin got here.
Risk into bounty. Does the winter frost dissuade the seeds? Many fruits on our boughs. We graft many leaves into strength.
Tell me about other possibilities.
Of course.
I know what I would like to do. What would becoming a colony entail? I'm familiar.
Well, don't leave me in suspense.
I believe we should fight for a united living lands.
Oh, gods have mercy.
No problem.
Solus and her wardens stand vigil with the living lands.
By grit and steel, Thirdborn stands with the living lands.
Fjord and her animancers stand with the Living Lands.
We deserve this opportunity. Thank you for believing in us.
Fighting a battle together is easy. I just hope everyone's willing to stick it out when it comes to the politics.
God, they made the right decision for once.
Finally, some sense permeates the proceedings.
On your head be the consequences. That leaves the matter of Ludwine and the Steel Garrote. She will never surrender, Envoy.
No, we will surrender her.
You must kill her, or we will lose Paradis, and eventually the island.
Then I will meet Ludwin on the battlefield. Let no man stand who tries to stop me. I will defend Paradis with my life, even if it means the wheel. Not solemnly, let's do it.
The living lands will never be free until we break the chain around our necks. Ludwine must die her final death.
She better say her goodbyes while she can.
I'm proud to fight at your side, Envoy. One last time.
Let's get to work then. We've got a walking corpse to bury.
The Paradis militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
I'll do my best. Not solemnly. Oh, thank you. Thank you all for trusting me.
Thank you for deserving it. Now, go and teach the Steel Garrote a lesson they will never forget.
Show them that the living lands will not be broken across Vodka's knee.
We will send reinforcements to help you reclaim the Eastern Gate. From there, work your way to the main plaza.
Understood.
May all the gods of Eora and the living lands protect you.
Let's take back the city together. Show the Steel Garrote how the living lands takes care of its own.
Time to stop the Steel Garrote. Lead the way, Envoy.
Let's go free a city, shall we?
Okay, so Jetta... Oh, okay, we have two people who want to talk to us. How does the map look again? So... Okay, we are there quickly. That's... So, two people wanted to talk. Her and Marius.
Can't sleep? Neither can I. We're going into battle for the soul of the living lands, rallying under the banners of the Paradise militia. Your Emperor will not be pleased.
Screw him, Voila. I have influence in court. My reports on the living lands will change minds. Since when do I care about politics?
Indeed. When a godlike fights in battle, people take note of which side. The Adirans will doubt your loyalty. The locals will doubt your commitment. You may even doubt yourself.
Every
This
day.
is the first time you were told to pick a side. And I fear it won't be the last.
The living lands accepted me for who I am. I can't forget that. This is difficult for me. My soul is from the living lands, but my heart belongs to Edir. I am worried that I'll change my mind now.
All we ask in return is that you do the same for us. From what I understand, your ambassador is very persuasive, very powerful, and very accustomed to getting his way. For a politician like him, losing a battle is not a defeat. It's an opportunity. When he promises you the world, don't listen. He'll fill your head with lies if you let him.
Noted. Thanks for the warning. I want to hear him plead his case. When money talks, I can't help but listen.
I'm glad we understand each other. It's good to see you fighting for the misfits and rabble-rousers. Time for you to get some rest. We have a big day ahead of us.
Yeah. We are going to cross paths with Ludwig again. Are you concerned?
In truth, I'm not as worried as I used to be. I've been thinking about the Inquisitor. Formulating a theory, you might say. A Death Guard clings to their existence by force of will. Stubbornness, unfinished business, that sort of thing. Ludwig is held together by faith, and that may be her undoing.
Because Sappadals challenged her fate. How so? What if she held together by malice? I was actually hoping you might know a weapon or a spell that could kill her.
Precisely. Faith is the foundation of her reality. Faith in the righteousness of the gods. But according to her faith, Sappadal should not exist. A new god independent of hers? Blasphemy. By that logic, you shouldn't exist either. And yet here you are.
So I can't just destroy her, I have to destroy her fate. How do I use that to my advantage? Something tells me it might take more than reason to bring her down, until she kills me, at least.
That's my point, exactly. I think you already have. You are the godlike of a heretical god. A contradiction to her reality. Can you imagine how much she needs you to die? Her entire worldview depends on it. Who knows? Maybe that uncertainty is enough to make her mortal again. Or maybe not. I'm just theorizing as I go. Whatever happens, I want to see it for myself. For the research. Not before I've done some reading.
You should get some sleep. Big day coming up. Right. Things feel different now. Wrong, somehow. I've been in a lot of dangerous situations, but it's always been a fight to survive. It's just a fight. Putting my life on the line for someone else's cause. It's the opposite of survival. It's foolishness.
You're right, it doesn't make sense, but sometimes it's necessary. You can stay back in the camp if you're afraid. I need you ready to fight, Marius. You've been fighting for my cause all this time. Why is this different?
You know, I've never seen a bear go to war. They fight for survival, not for causes. We're about to go out there and risk our lives for what? A concept of how things ought to be?
Yeah, but you're the size of Winnie the Pooh.
All to determine who sleeps in the nicest house in Paradise until the island decides it's time for a change. It's fine. Really. But it's some blessed day Sokka when you think about it.
I'm glad you're with me, Marius.
Right. Careful you don't get stuck in all that sap. I'll be alright anyway.
Okay, no one else wants to talk. Time to go to war. No. The one good thing is we will fight humans, so I can use my spell to get HP back.
Neckworth and Roth!
I heard something.
Silmes mito.
That'll show him.
Okay.
Next one's mine.
It's fun, but yeah. I can't control them, but still they are fighting with us here. That's kind of cool.
I'll hang back and watch the gate. Nice work.
Yeah, okay, I guess now it's just straight ahead and nothing more. Yeah. Okay, so let's clear the main plaza and deal with Ludwig. So.
What are you doing? I thought you left town weeks ago.
The Steelwork Gorod has gone too far. I'm here to put a stop to it. I came through the Adra, long story. Someone has to save the living lands. Never mind. Nope.
About time. You're the only one Ludwig will listen to.
Are there any survivors?
I saw a few on my way here. I imagine they've been waiting for this to happen for a long time. Listen, one of the Garot's units is scouting up ahead, maybe 5 strong. I wouldn't want to fight them if I were you. Take this key. It'll unlock the gate to the canals. You can thank the captain who forgot it. Why should I? It's always worked before. I wish someone had stood up to the Steel Garot a long time ago. But, well, you're here now. That's what matters. Good luck.
We should go now. The fighting's died down.
Can you not hear the screaming outside?
She's right. We can't go now. Then when? Should we wait till the Garot?
Okay.
Is someone? Aha!
Your days are not.
Sealmas meatwolf.
Just like the good old days.
Oh, you three again electrified. Stop electrifying each other, please. Don't start that shit again, please. Oh god. Here we go again.
Envoy.
Sealmas meatwolf. Sealmas meatwolf. Sealmas meatwolf.
You've taken the main plaza. I'll stay behind. Just don't do anything foolish.
What the hell? Oh, okay. That's a small one.
That's right. Don't bother.
Okay, come on, guys.
Wodeca demands your submission. Stand against her and fall.
What shall we do? Oh, look, the bounce might be interesting.
That's Ludwig ahead. Lead on. I'm with you to the end.
Let's make sure she stays dead this time. All right, dearie?
So, you survived the garden.
Yes.
Did you come all this way just to try your luck again? To kill me more efficiently than last time?
Mm-hmm.
You'll get your chance.
Then what are you waiting for?
Yeah, third time is the charm.
Look around, Envoy. Heelguard should have listened. He tried to bring order through compromise. He failed. Order is meant to be imposed by a stern, guiding hand.
Her order wields sharp steel. She must set down her blade.
The living lands will unite and remain free. There's nothing you can do about it.
You can tell Wodaka yourself once we've sent you back to the wheel.
Don't insult my intelligence or my commitment to the cause. Treaties can be burned. The hands which shook over whatever deal you struck can be lopped off at the wrist. As for you, Sapadal's chains are broken, which means your soul is in their grasp. I don't know how deeply you've been compromised, Envoy. And if I don't know, then I cannot suffer you to live. That's what they want you to think. Steel yourself, Envoy. Make this a fight to remember, even in death.
We would not welcome her death. There is still ample shade for her beneath our tree.
If you attack, I won't hesitate to defend myself. I won't fight you, Ludwin. I don't need to. No, let's try.
Will. You must. You have no choice. Face me and die with honor. Or fall to your knees and die as a coward. How you die doesn't matter. But you will die. Every vestige of Sapadal must be wiped from this earth. The Burned Queen demands it.
We are a challenge to her authority. She is afraid of what we mean.
Wodika's frightened of Sapadal. They exist outside of her power. A new heir to the throne of the gods. Wodika doesn't frighten me, and neither do you. Huh?
Blasphemy. Sapadal is a clot in the heart of the world. What should they matter to the true gods of Eora? Your god will meet their end just as soon as I'm through with you. Hear me, Envoy. I am the avatar of the Burned Queen, the goddess of retribution. I am her sword arm, her will in the world. And so long as I can fight, I will be her champion.
But she failed to ensnare the living lands, and we are free. How long until Wodaka finds a new avatar?
You could never understand what it means to forge a life for yourself. From nothing. You, who have always been God-touched. You have never truly been alone. Even now, you rely on others to support you. To buttress your countless weaknesses. From death, I made myself into a vessel so powerful, the Burned Queen could not refuse me.
Ooh.
And I did it on my own.
Okay, you really need a lot of intellect, perception, and resolve to start to answer those. Well done. You've talked long enough.
Finally! Give me the clarity I require. Give me proof of her devotion to me. Farewell, Envoy.
Let's finish this. Together.
You won't be missed, Ludwig.
Once I'm done killing you, your god of flesh...
We are every seed in the soil. We will always grow.
Closing prepared. No port.
Let's kill her off. One last time.
Avowed. Will be on seek.
Whoa there! Queen among queens! Send me your aid!
Oh, here we go. Of course.
Slow down, Kiri.
Protect. Avowed will be on seek.
They won't get past me. Let's see what... Hey! Over here!
And here we go again and again and again and again.
And roll.
Enjoy the taste, dears.
Avowed will be on seek. Seal mes mito. Protect. And roll. Protect. Protect. Egworth and roll. Protect. Seal mes mito. Ease ahead!
Where are you? No! Don't abandon me now!
Desperate, envoy. This is it.
And Roth!
Voila! That might have been the end, so we won't.
Wherever Ludwig is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
She's done. But we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it. Together.
Guys, you're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
Unraveled at last. We no longer feel her wire against our flesh. We are free always. We are free forever.
Silence falls over Paradise, as though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it, the ringing of a distant bell, the waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. You feel Sapadal close to your thoughts, stirring with interest. The god of the living lands is observing this moment, unfettered by confusion or fear. For the first time in centuries, they understand. The Paradise militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever happens next, you have won their confidence. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything but simple. The Dream Scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source of the affliction. You tell them the truth, how the plague came from a power beyond mortal understanding, and how it is finally at peace. Thanks to you, the Living Lands has escaped Adiran oppression. The free settlements unite under a common banner and begin the fraught process of negotiating new traditions and values. The Empire withdraws. The frontier remains wild, but not for long. For the rebels of Paradis, this is not a victory they can share. Fearing your wrath, they retreat deeper into the wilderness, taking their secrets and ideals with them. The refugees of Emerald Stair resettle in Thirdborn, bringing their skills and research to aid the local community. What starts as an uneasy partnership blossoms into a bond of trust. Through shared adversity, they find common ground. The ashes of Fior Messiverno continue to smolder. Scavengers avoid the ruins, fearful of spirits unleashed by animancy gone awry. The once promising city is nothing but a cautionary tale. For the people of Shatterscarp, independence is bittersweet. Those who cannot withstand the grief inflicted by Ringgrim's spell leave the settlements, vanishing into the wilderness. Those who remain find themselves forced to cooperate with others, often begrudgingly. With so many dead, the need to stave off hunger outweighs any distaste for certain trading partners. Solace Keep clings to its long-held isolation at first. But after mourning her friend Kostya, Mihala reluctantly deigns to open the doors of the fortress. Some dwarves greet newcomers with glee. Others still mutter darkly about outsiders. Mihala flounders in her earliest negotiations with the rest of the Living Lands, but slowly learns compromise. She develops a taste for Valian sweets. For the first time in many years, Kai feels an agreeable restlessness. Not to flee, not to drift, but to venture. He visits the distant shores Tama told him about, and savors the modern marvels, ancient wonders, and breathtaking expanses he beholds. His heart swells, not with grief, but with awe. There is so much to discover, and he will spend his years chasing all of the joy and beauty the world has to offer him. With many of his anxieties and lifelong fears addressed, Marius now feels very differently than he did when he first met the envoy. Still far more comfortable in the wilds than among people, he nonetheless finds that his worries about the unknown were merely self-protection against the traumas of his childhood. Armed with this knowledge, he finds himself more capable of living in civilization, and far less fearful of his home in Galawain's tusks. While he never regains his former place as a warden of Solace, he spends his time traveling between Solace and Thirdborn, acting as a stubborn ambassador between the two. Giada continues to improve as an animancer. She dedicates her work to the spiritual health of the Living Lands, nurturing instead of exploiting. Others follow her example, seeking her tutelage from lands far and wide. In the years to come, rumors spread of a secret society gathering in the wilderness, where animancers work in harmony with nature. The dream of Fior Messiverno lives on in her. In a past life, Yahtzee was given a task: protect the history and knowledge of the godless. Now, many lifetimes later, she continues upholding that oath. She moves into the library in the garden, spending her days poring over the clay tablets there. But not even the letters from, and rare visit to, her lover help ease the loneliness that fills her days. Freed from torment for the first time in centuries, Sapadal turns their prodigious curiosity to the people that shaped them. They observe the ways their people live, and they think deeply about what they see. Though they flinch away from moments of violence, and they grieve souls returned to them too soon, the rage that once shook cities to rubble no longer rules them. Instead, they come to you with questions. They want to understand. After a time, they begin tentatively to garden. Where they can, they improve the lives of Kith, and the suffering that troubled them is reduced, if never fully eradicated. Their grief compels them to love, and they love unreservedly, with the power of a god. Sapadal pours a fragment of their power into the statue they claimed from the temple of Aethys. Newly embodied, they roam the living lands and learn to experience the world as Kith do. Their first attempts at locomotion are clumsy, and a stand of innocent trees is violently returned to the wheel. But as their confidence grows, so does their grace. Soon, they are bounding across the plains of eastern Dawnshore, leaping the river gorge in Emerald Stair, scaling the shark's teeth of Shatterscarp, and fearlessly wading into the Tusk's acid sea. When they break, they come to you to put them back together. And in time, they learn to fix themselves. They wander far afield. You see less of them, but they are never far from your thoughts. And on the rare occasion they return, they always bring you something beautiful and strange. The sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.
Okay. The end is clever, because they can have a lot of endings that reflect exactly what you did in the game. So that's really cleverly done. And I have to say, the story is not bad at all. It's not groundbreaking, it won't change your life. Or sure, it won't change your life, but it is a great game. That great fighting. Let's see if you have ever seen anything after credits. The fighting was great. The graphics are breathtaking from beginning to the end. I played mostly as a mage, but I can see how you could do countless other builds and make them work. I put 40 hours into it, so I did all the bounties, I did other missions and so on. I'm happy with the game. Of course, there is no Game Plus, sadly. It would be nice to have a Game Plus, especially because you got a lot of good weapons in the end that you won't be able to use after the point of no return. But all in all, I'm happy. I will be uploading this as fast as possible, and tomorrow, I'm not sure, maybe 2-3 PM Central European time, I will be starting Like a Dragon. Pirate Yakuza Like a Dragon. Pirate in Hawaii. If you want me to put a number to it, to this game, I'd say a solid 9 for me. Right now, from all the games I played, this might be the best one. The one I enjoyed. The one I had most problems to get into in the beginning. To be honest, after 1 or 2 hours I was like, nah, I don't know. But in the end, it's one that I'm really happy with. And you can see the last point of no return, or maybe even the last save, was 2 days. So of full playtime. So about 48 hours. And still there was a lot of exploration needed and everything. So I'm happy, and I think it's time to think about what I play after Like a Dragon, because after Like a Dragon I won't be playing Monster Hunter. So let's see.